Hey boys and girls, this is your good buddy Dave at CartSpeed, and I'm coming at you with a video because this is an important service update for you guys, okay? And because this is a service announcement, there's not going to be any of that normal hootenanny that goes on in our normal videos. Alright, maybe just a little hootenanny, alright? Alright, so as the winter time approaches and is starting to turn into indoor racing season, I want to make sure you guys don't have any issues running your MyChron 5 or 5S's indoors, okay? We were at Batesville, not last weekend, but the weekend prior, and I had a couple customers that were having some issues. I got some feedback from them, and so I kind of went digging and I kind of found some answers and the reason why we were having some issues, okay? Now, before I get to that, I kind of want to explain. When you run indoors, your MyChron 5 or 5S can't use the integrated GPS sensor like it can outdoors. Because of this, you're going to have to use what they call an IR receiver that plugs into the middle port of the MyChron that's labeled lap, and you're going to have to use a beacon transmitter. That sets up somewhere on the racetrack and it casts an infrared beam across the racetrack, and it allows the MyChron to know where the start and finish line is. And that way it will start breaking down lap times and give you RPMs per lap and that kind of information that you're used to getting, okay? Well, you need to make sure that these are lined up so the IR receiver, breaks the infrared beam. But even when you got them both lined up, if you're having issues, I had a few customers that still had issues beyond this. And when I did some digging and some research, I found, so normally on regular MyChron 5s and some MyChron 5S's, you can plug directly into the lap port. You can plug the IR receiver directly into the lap port and you don't have to do anything else, okay? But I found that 2 years ago, they came out with a firmware update that allowed you to plug actual speed sensors directly into the lap port on a MyChron 5S, okay? Now, which is really awesome because you don't have to use an expansion. Here's where that becomes problematic for us, okay? With these 5S's that's had this firmware update, which just about 90% of them have that are out there, okay? You need to make sure the speed input is turned off, because if the speed input is turned on, what's going to happen is it's not going to allow the IR receiver to work. Hence, you won't get any lap times or RPMs or any of that stuff breaking down per lap. And that's kind of the issues that we were having. So, I know what you're thinking. David, how do I turn off the speed input? Well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. Let's kind of walk through it. So from your home menu, or your home screen, I'm sorry, you're going to go to the menu button, which is the upper left-hand button. If you're looking at the MyChron, you can click it. Then you're going to go to the second icon in, which looks like a wrench. That's System Settings. Go into that. And then you're going to go all the way to the last icon on the first row, which is a checker flag, which is lap time settings, or lap time setup. And you're going to go in there, and then you're going to go down to speed input, and you're going to turn it off. Okay? Now, I'm pretty sure that most of the 5S's are turned on, so you're going to have to turn it off to make sure the IR receiver works. It starts reading the IR receiver that you got plugged into the back. Guys, I hope this is helpful, and I hope this causes where nobody has issues using your MyChron 5S indoors. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to give me a call. Again, race is tough. Don't be leaving no speed in the trailer.